Everyone, to the November Symmes Township Trustee meeting. Would you please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by prayer. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, Lord, for the blessings you have bestowed upon our lives. You have provided all of us with more than we could have imagined. You have surrounded us with people who always look out for us. You have given us family and friends who bless us every day through their words and actions. God, please continue to bless Symmes Township, including our residents and businesses, our administrative and public works staff, our sheriff, fire, and EMS personnel, and our military branches throughout the world. Amen.
Amen.
You may be seated. Roll call, please.
Mr. Beck?
Here.
Mr. Bryant?
Here.
Ms. Lees?
Here.
Thank you. I would like to take just a short opportunity to sincerely thank the residents of Symmes Township for supporting me in last week's election. The best part of this elected position is meeting with many interesting and talented citizens in Symmes Township and discussing their concerns, goals, and dreams for our community and taking action. I'm looking forward to continuing my position as trustee and collaborating as a team player with citizens of all neighborhoods. All of our service providers and the entire Symmes Township team, including our terrific and effective administrative staff and public works staff, the Loveland Symmes Fire Department, and the Hamilton County Sheriff Department. I eagerly look forward to continuing my work with fellow trustees Jody Lease and Ken Bryant and Fiscal Officer Joe Grossi. Thank you. And with that, I move approval of the agenda.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Beck?
Aye.
Mr. Bryant?
Aye.
Ms. Lees?
Aye.
I move approval of regular meeting minutes, October 10th, 2023.
Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Beck?
Aye.
Ms. Lees?
Aye.
Mr. Bryant?
Aye.
And Kim, since Joe Grossi is absent this evening, do you have the fiscal officer's report?
So in our checking account balance, we have $8,667,041.29. In our HRA account balance, we have $11,239.74. In our Fifth Third investment account, we had some late, they were switching over from meter to Fifth Third, and there was some residual money. So this is the first part of the money that was transferred is $7,954,107.39. Our revenue to date is $10,660,092.05. Our appropriations expenditures to date is $9,938,190.92. Our payments made in October total $1,571,368.64. Under our major fund balances in the general fund, we have $3,009,947.37. In the park levy, we have $355,513.74. In the Rossi Park levy, we have $285,307.47. In the police levy, we have $1,105,849.21. In the fire levy, we have $702,123.68. In the road levy, we have $181,293.62. Under the safety services levy, we have $4,506,462.41. In the ARP fund, we have $728,442.86. And in our TIF fund, we have $2,808,376.46. for a grand total of all funds $16,273,203.87.
Thank you, Kim. I move approval of the fiscal officer's report.
Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Beck?
Aye.
Mr. Bryant?
Aye.
Ms. Lees?
Aye.
And with that, we move into presentation, starting with Chamber of Commerce, donation towards the Seven Gables Playground. Welcome.
Thank you, and thanks for having us. My name's Cece Collins. I'm the president of the Little Miami River Chamber Alliance, and we are here to make a presentation and just a little background on what we're presenting and why. We have been, I think, the official chamber of Symmes Township since 2016, if I remember correctly. And we are very grateful for the support that Symmes Township has given the Chamber of Commerce, and we've just been honored to represent the businesses here in the area as well. With that said, we had an excellent year. It's kind of unprecedented. We are a 501c6, so it's not in our mission to raise money, but we did have a surplus, and we felt strongly about, when I say we, myself and our 15 board members. Ms. LaPensi is one of them. She sits on our board, and she's done an excellent job, by the way. But we really wanted to give back to the folks that have supported us for so many years. So with that said, we heard a little something about a Simmsville that was really cool, and it's at Seven Gables Playground. So we wanted to present a check, and Kim helped us come up with the amount for, I think, a certain piece of the equipment. So today we have a check for you for $6,560.
That is fantastic.
Thank
Wow.
you.
Thank you so much.
That's right, get in that picture.
Can you
I actually
one
would
in
love
the
for
front.
him to get in too,
Yeah.
if that's all right with you all.
Do you want us to stay here behind and you get in front, or you want to get down?
We can get down.
Good.
Okay.
Takes me longer.
Or
Trustee hands here.
no way.
Well, I can attest that the children of Symmes Township love the playground. My children love it.
Wait till picture comes in.
You guys ready? 1, 2, 3.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, these two, and then we get a little area
So
for the
these are
parents to
individual
sit in.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Sit.
Good stuff.
Right,
And
definitely.
then we'll rock that.
No,
I think she,
yeah,
the real check has been submitted.
Thank you.
I did want to say we look forward to doing whatever we can to help you all with the bicentennial too. So thank you for
We're gonna
having
have
us.
a fun year next year.
It's going to be a lot of fun, and we're excited.
We appreciate your help, Cece.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right, next under presentations, Loveland Symmes Fire Department presentation award to Marco Villatora for saving a life. Take it away.
Thank you, trustees, for having me tonight. We have Marco Villatero come on up here, please. This is the Loveland Symmes Fire Department Citizens Life Saving Award, and I'll give you a little background on the story. On October 1st, 2023, Loveland Symmes Fire Department was dispatched for a car fire at 9327 McKinney Road.
Yes.
On arrival, crews found a working car fire and an injured man suffering from burns. Mr. Marco Villatero was at home in the car, pulled up to his driveway, when the passenger compartment on fire. Mr. Villatero assisted the gentleman who was disabled in getting out of his vehicle and removing him from the area to prevent further injury to him. By Mr. Villatero placing himself in a dangerous situation, he prevented further injury to the victim by removing him from immediate danger of the fire. Mr. Villatero's decisions are decisive actions to enable him to save a life on that day. So today, we would like, the Loveland Symmes Fire Department would like to give Mr. Villatero the Citizens Life Saving Award. Chief Hawk has it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ben. Thank you.
Thank you.
Probably took up 6 minutes.
Are you going down?
Yes.
Staying up here, okay.
That's fantastic.
You guys want to go up?
Here, I'll take your Sorry, I actually have to go to get another meeting.
Appreciate it. Thanks for coming.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Thanks.
You're welcome to stay, or you may leave. What?
Yeah,
it's
you
your
probably don't
choice.
want to stay. You want to go. That's so cute.
Thank you again for coming.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Congratulations. All right, that concludes presentations. Public hearings, none. I move approval of disbursements warrants 83608 to 83755 and vouchers 532 to 602 totaling $1,571,368.64.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Beck?
Aye.
Mr. Bryant?
Aye.
Ms. Lees?
Aye.
Reports, Law Director.
Thank you. Just one quick update for the board. So the state of Ohio finally agreed that they have no interest in the little slivers of property down in Camp Dennison.
That's awesome.
So they
Yes.
have given me in writing that they've disclaimed any interest there. So we've been able to refile that action. It's been filed with the court now. We just got our first notice that it's scheduled for what's called a case management conference just after the first of the year. That should be plenty of time for them to realize that the only other party doesn't exist anymore either, and we should be able to move fairly quickly after that to get this
That's great
to a
news.
close.
Just
Yes.
right in
Great
time for the
news.
bicentennial. That's awesome.
Yes.
Yep.
That's great.
Can you remind me, I've lost track, how many slivers are we talking about in total for the whole Cannon Park?
So it's actually just two
Just two.
small pieces.
Okay.
But with a history that you would think it was 100 little pieces.
Okay,
And to make it nice and complicated. But yeah, those two pieces that we filed, and we should be able to clear this up
and that's the
sometime after the
whole,
first of the year.
that
Yeah.
little park
And then that
is two pieces.
triangle, essentially, it makes up the triangle.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be in the name of the township, and you'll be able to handle it however you see fit then after that.
So when this gets transferred over, does it automatically consolidate to one parcel?
It does not.
Okay.
It will still be two, and
Okay.
we can decide in the future if it's worth consolidating into one or not. But once you have common ownership of both pieces, I don't know that it'll matter very much.
Okay, because then the next step will be circling back with the county engineer on potentially vacating one of those roads.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, awesome.
Okay?
That's great. Thank you.
Yep, that's all I have today.
But you might want to check that because I think it's actually Indian Hill now.
The road,
Kugler Mill, yeah.
but it'd still be under the county engineer, wouldn't it? You think it's an Indian Hill Road? Okay.
So they annexed that whole area and they went around the cannon. So we might want to check with those.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
I mean, they
That
did
is-
annex around there, but sometimes I'd
Kugler
have to
Mill.
look back. Sometimes they choose to keep the roadways out, to leave it under the, I
Yeah,
don't remember.
right.
I don't
that.
remember which side of the road they went on Kugler Mill.
Okay.
It just seems like it's a county road because Kugler Mill's pretty long and runs through multiple jurisdictions, that it would be a county road.
It used to be a county road, but I'm pretty sure that Indian Hill, when they annexed that 500 acres, they took part of it.
Huh,
Okay,
okay.
we'll look into that. Good. Thank you, Jeff. Sheriff?
I can't believe we're a week away, but I wanted to wish everyone on behalf of the Sheriff's Office a happy and safe Thanksgiving.
Thank you. You too.
That's all I have for tonight. Thanks.
Thank you. All right, fine.
Good evening, Board. You have our written report, and I have nothing further to report.
Okay, thank you. Kim, anything for Director of Public Works?
No, I think we're caught up on all our projects just about. Just waiting on Reclamite still.
Okay,
That's it.
okay. And we're looking good for salt?
Yes, we're full.
Good, okay.
It's not gonna snow.
Yeah. I don't know
just in
about you, but I
case,
had
we
a
are
squall on Halloween.
Let's see, committees, there was a finance committee meeting, right? Wasn't
Oh,
there?
sorry, I put it under other instead of.
Oh, under other, okay.
Committee,
Yeah.
sorry about
Yeah,
that.
so October 25th, we had a finance committee meeting. That was it, right? Is there anything else under other? None? Okay. Hearing from residents. At this time, please come to the podium, state your name, address, and whatever your concerns are. Yes.
I just had one or two things. One is, I wanted to make mention that there was a very nice write-up in the ODOT and Friends of the Trail newsletter about the work that Barb Wilson and Lady and the trustees have helped in the work, the benches and beautification of the
that's
trail.
great.
It was a very nice article. And so anyway, I just wanted to make note of that. And
Where was that published, Darcy?
that's at ODOT and the Friends of the Trail publish a monthly newsletter
Okay.
about what's happening. You know, they're part of the trail that this ODOT office is from downtown Cincinnati, I think, up to Yellow Springs or Springfield up in there. And then it goes to somebody else.
The benches do, the bench areas do look very,
Yeah,
they do.
yeah, they
very
did a nice
worn.
job.
Yes.
It'd be nice to get a copy of that in our electronic
Yeah.
newsletter.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can forward the
Oh,
newsletter
that'd be
if you want.
great.
Well,
Thanks.
Got it.
Thanks, Darcy.
yeah, I think we ought to pick up on looking at all of their newsletters when they come out, since it pertains to us.
Cool. Good.
The other question, or the other issue I had was already answered, and that was everybody asked about the little strip of land there next to the cannon. So it looks like that's moving.
Our point person.
I don't know if Indian Hill's going to complicate that matter or not.
Nah,
It's,
we won't let them.
Yeah.
Never say
It'll be
never.
fine. It'll turn out really nice.
We got the county engineer on our side.
Yeah.
and the other thing that I had is there were some questions, and I think Mr. Beck I had talked at when he had visited Camp Dennison, was the crosswalk. And is there anything that we could do to advance that as citizens, because there's a lot of interest in that?
At this time, I'm going back and forth with my ODOT point of contact and trying to come up with, they actually provided a couple of options. Essentially, we're talking about Lincoln at 126.
Right.
And there's a need for a crosswalk because Lincoln does become a pedestrian and bicycle thoroughfare from the trail to the river to the sport park in Indian Hill. It's all, the river and the sport park are on the other side from the bike trail. So there is definitely a need. I don't think there's any question about that. And then the peculiar detail about this is when you are on the south side of Lincoln on 126, the 126 curves and goes down a hill towards the sport park. And when you're looking back north, there's a kind of a large tree with a sign on it that has it's an international symbol of a pedestrian, and it says 500 yards, 500 feet ahead.
Right.
Well, first of all, that sign, you only see half of it because the tree is overgrown. So I pointed that out because ODOT would maintain that. But that's it.
And sight distance issues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Big time.
so ODOT they're on board with the fact that they see the need for a crosswalk. ODOT would paint the crosswalk themselves, but in order for there to be a crosswalk, there needs to be the ADA ramps at either end, even though there is no sidewalk to continue, but you still have to have the ADA ramps. So the township would build those two ADA ramps with with the little dots on either side, you know, for
Keep
whatever,
people from
tactile.
slipping.
Yeah, or they feel it. They know that they're about ready to walk into a roadway. So we'd have to build, you know, point A and point B, then ODOT connects the dots with the crosswalk. And then we could install the rapid reflective flashing beacon like we've put on our other crosswalks. We could put that so that it flashes on, you know, both directions, but then we would do the added effort of running a conduit 500 feet around the corner down the hill and doing one more flashing beacon so it catches traffic before they're coming up that blind curve. So there's what ODOT, the picture they painted for me was there's two ways to go about this. We could apply for grants, and it's likely this would qualify, and we could get our RFB paid for by ODOT grant, but then timing-wise, we're probably talking about late summer 2024. Or the township could just pay for it, and then we could probably get this built late winter, early spring.
Do we have an estimate on price?
15 grand.
I don't know if it's, well, it might be because of that conduit.
It's 15 grand.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's been
sounds
on,
about right.
that particular intersection has been on our list for quite some time. Way back when we only had 3 on the list, that was one of them. So, yeah. The issue is if we go ahead and pay for it, then we don't get reimbursed. We
Correct.
gotta have the grant to do it. I don't know why we couldn't pursue, if we have money, I don't know why we couldn't pursue both efforts. Apply for the grant and see what happens, and we're not gonna probably put it in before spring anyway.
Installation, you mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll try and get a sense of timing from them. I'll get back with them this week.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's on the list.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
It's gaining
Kim, I'll get
traction.
you the newsletter.
Okay, thanks, Darcy. Thank you.
Fix your flag.
Oh,
So just
don't like that
international
upside
distress.
down. I haven't surrendered.
Okay, any other residents? None. Thank you, Darcy.
Is he gone?
Yeah, he walked out. Correspondence we have attached. Thank you. Events and meetings, Thanksgiving holiday coming right up. Thursday, November 23rd, 2023, and Friday, November 24th, 2023. Township offices will be closed. The Christmas lights recycling will start Friday, November 24th, 2023 through January 31st, 2024, here at the Administration Building, out in the parking lot. The Merry and Bright contest will commence Friday, December 1st through December 16th, 2023. Winners will be announced on December 19th, 2023. Operation Santa, also coming up very shortly. Saturday, December 2nd, 2023, from 5 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. And the next regular trustees meeting will be Tuesday, December 5th, 2023 at 7 p.m. here in the Administration Building. No old business, so moving into new business. First item, discussion concerning the capital grant. Thank you.
So we have 2 options that I could think of, and I just need for you guys to tell me which way I need to apply. It's due this Friday, so we have some items that need to be addressed in the park, in Symmes Park. It would be the replacement of the playground there at Shady, and then repaving and restriping the basketball courts, and then installing the one slide that we had talked about in the hillside towards the Loving Shelter. Or we could apply for the building costs, some of the building costs for the new building. And I didn't know which way you guys were leaning, what you want to do.
Right, so the
You guys
park
tell me.
equipment there's various things on the list, and they are definitely in need of attention.
Yes, we do have quite a few things that need attention, yeah.
So my question is, we have probably less in the park than we do, I mean, the
Yes.
building.
Yes.
So why wouldn't we go forward out of the park? So if we've left money in the park fund that we need versus a building.
How much, is there a cap on the grant that you can apply for?
Okay,
No cap,
Okay.
can I?
no match.
Can I speak on this because I'm the one that goes down and grovels? Okay, so I do.
Okay.
I mean, I got the one last time. So I was always taught that you go for big and then you go for little and then you go for big. And this is a littler year. We don't every year go for big because one of these days we're going to get cut. But if we go for little and then bigger and then little and then bigger.
Okay.
I was thinking of the building, so we're getting closer, but we don't know exactly yet the scope of the building. We know it will be a few $1 million. We know we have about $500,000 in ARPA funding that needs to be spent next year, is that right?
It needs to be appropriated by the end of 2024 and
Okay.
spent by 2026.
Oh, okay, good. That
Yeah.
buys us some time. And I know that Joe Grossi has said in the past, and Kim, about a potential, well, we could, as a scenario, whatever ARPA doesn't pay for, we could take out a loan, but then we have, if we take the interest from our investments, it would equate to somewhere in the magnitude of $250,000 a year that we
In
can
interest?
pay off.
In interest?
Yeah, not touching the
Not-
principal.
Not principal.
Right, just the interest. So then we could use that $250,000, to pay off that loan relatively
Okay.
quickly.
I read that totally wrong.
Okay, how'd you read it?
I read that it was going to cost us, float a loan, and then the interest on that loan is going to be $250,000 a year.
No, the interest on the loan, that's not what he's talking about. He's talking about the interest that we're getting off our investments.
Right.
Yes,
So, and
I
what Joe
understand
wants
that.
us to do, or has asked you guys to do, is earmark all that interest and put it in a capital account, a capital fund, and specifically earmark that for the building.
That's a possibility. Okay. I'm curious, how much do we get? This is capital block grant?
This is capital
State
grant
capital.
through the biennial budget.
Yeah, state capital.
Okay,
Yeah.
this is state capital grant?
State,
Okay,
yeah.
Yes.
not the,
And you're
not the block grants that we're talking about
guaranteeing-
local?
No,
Okay,
this is
but
capital.
it's administered by the county?
No.
There's a committee you go in front of.
Okay,
And you kind of,
okay. How much did we get last year?
400?
We got 194,000.
Okay.
Okay. That sounds small. So why don't we go bigger? Can we roll up the park replacement equipment and several other items to get it in the intermediate category?
We could, I don't know, I hate to overdo it and overshoot it,
Well,
and then we don't get
if you went in there
anything.
and asked for money for a new administration building, you're not gonna ask for $100,000,
No,
okay?
no,
You're gonna ask for $500,000 or so.
yeah. I was thinking now, items in Symmes Park that need to be done, it's probably gonna cost us about 260,000, if I had to guess.
Who do we have that we're contacting to support us at the state biennial budget level that helps us get these grants?
It would be our state rep.
State reps, what about state senator?
And, well, I don't know how much Steve Wilson gets involved in that, but I just know I've got the email through our state rep.
Okay,
Okay, but the whole thing is we know people on the board.
Right, on the committee.
A committee that we
Local-
go in front
locally
of.
here.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
They're all known
okay.
people. Yep. I was thinking, I mean, this application is due Friday this week. We don't have a lot of granular information about an administration building at this point in time. So it's going to be kind of hard to write to that. But we do know exactly what we need in the parks. And I imagine, you say $250,000. I mean, I guess it depends. We could probably add to the list if we needed to.
Yeah.
I was thinking we asked for $500,000
Yeah.
and hope that they give us $250,000.
Yeah. I'm of that persuasion also.
What do you think about that?
I don't think they
I
tried.
don't know.
That's
what do you
not,
think?
I mean, we're talking,
I just think,
Well, we're the ones that go down,
For-
and we're the ones that like.
well, I've been down there too.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I've been down, I've presented several times to this committee.
Well, for your job,
Right.
not for the township.
Correct.
Right.
But I mean, they have, like, for the region, they'll have a pool of maybe 12 million
yeah.
that they divvy up. So if we ask for $500,000, they're not, probably won't give us $500,000. I thought that's what you were gonna say
I
before.
don't know.
When you said little high, I thought you
Yeah.
were gonna say go high so that we get, because they're gonna bring it down.
Have we ever been shut out?
No,
Okay.
but I don't want to ask for too much because obviously we get beat out by you, obviously, because of your job.
Yeah.
And we get beat out by the zoo and we
Zoo.
get beat out by all the altruistic
Yes.
entities that
Green
ask.
Township
And-
always beats us out.
Yeah, and we're usually
Yeah.
last on the list and we get
Right.
kind of the crumbs. So that's why I didn't want to over ask because we usually get kind of like the leftovers just
Okay.
because we're not.
So if you got 190 last year, why don't you go for at least $250,000 this year? That's not that much more.
No, I was thinking if it costs us 260 to ask for 130, which is half, I don't know, but I can ask
Is
for more.
260 everything though?
In Symmes Park, not everything,
Yeah.
everything.
What about everything?
So why don't we ask like 175?
Okay.
But I guess where I was going with that is
No,
if we add in everything,
I've
everything,
never been down.
let's say
I understand.
hypothetically it's 400.
Okay.
And so we write to
It's like you
400,
have to sell
but
it.
then only
Like,
ask
you just can't
for
go in there and say, I
whatever you
want
want,
to build it.
175.
And they'll be like, oh, okay.
The only thing that I would caution you on
I go in there.
is, as you know, whatever you put in the application, you have to put it in.
guys listening?
People's Magazine.
Okay.
Whatever you put in the application is what you have to put in. So I don't want to ask for $500,000
No,
worth of
I'm saying
stuff.
we write to, we've got 400 in things that need to be addressed, and we're only asking for
Yeah.
175.
That's the way I think you approach it.
Or even 200, which implies
Right, but
it's
then you gotta come up
100%
with-
local match.
Okay. and
Right, but
you-
then you gotta come up with the 200,000 to feed it, so that's why I didn't wanna over ask, and then we
Okay.
have to come up with all this money that
Okay.
we've committed ourselves
So
to.
you're saying it's
Okay.
matching?
No, it's not a matching,
Not
it's
matching.
just whatever they give you, but the thing is, if you ask for $500,000 and they only give you 100,000, now you have to come up with 400,000 to pay for the whole project, plus their 100,000, and you have to put in everything that you said you were gonna do in the application.
Right.
Really?
I'd say
Yeah.
Well,
we
that's
have,
crazy.
No,
we
that's how
have
it
this
works.
list
Yeah, I'm
of
starting to
things
understand.
that adds up to 400. I'm just saying hypothetically, this list of things, but we're only asking for 175 with the intention on doing 175.
Well, if I read her
That's not how it
correctly, she's
works.
saying if you go out there and say, we really need this, but we're only asking for that, we gotta pay for this.
Yeah, you gotta pay for
Well, eventually we
400,000.
Well,
Eventually, we
yeah,
will.
but I think they're saying in
It's-
order to get this, you gotta pay for that.
Yeah, you
Is that what
have
you're
to,
saying?
you have to provide receipts
That's
for the
crazy.
entire amount that you spent to get, in order to get your 175.
I can see where you'd wanna couch it on the.
Right,
safe
so I
side.
don't wanna
Yeah.
overshoot the moon, because
Okay.
if we can't, if we only get this much, but we committed to this much, then we still have to commit to this much.
And we don't have it.
Right,
Okay. All right.
so I didn't
Okay.
wanna,
I see. So if they only give us 25,000, we've got, still have to do the full,
yeah,
just go.
that's why I was focusing on one park.
Okay.
Okay.
But I'll do, I mean, whatever you guys want, I'll
Okay,
do, I just,
can we play the bicentennial card in any way, shape, or form?
We'll put it in the presentation.
yeah, I mean, yeah, we'll
Yeah.
definitely put it in the
We'll
presentation.
definitely
Okay.
put the
But
article
we
from,
haven't done this since 1996, and we need this, and here it's bicentennial year, and, you
And
know,
on it looking good.
no, we're
We want
gonna
it looking
capitalize
good. Yeah.
on
yeah.
the magazine, the parent magazine, and then how we're known for really cool play sets and
Yeah.
really cool parks, and we're trying to continue the,
Okay.
Okay, so we've decided on parks, but what's the amount?
200,000-ish.
Yeah, it's gonna it roughly cost between 260 and 300,000 just for Sims. So if
Okay.
I do 300,000,
And you're asking for two? of the
yeah, we can
three?
do that, we can ask for two. and then see what they say.
And that way our commitment is for 300. What if they give us nothing, then we're not committed?
Yeah, if they don't fund us,
Okay,
then we're not
all right.
committed.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Okay,
Sounds like a plan.
good.
Okay.
Do you have everything you need
Yeah,
from us?
thank you.
Thank you. Okay, next item. I make a motion to not request a hearing for liquor permit renewal for Thrive TOA located at 11315 Montgomery Road, Symmes Township, Cincinnati, Ohio, 45249.
Second.
Discussion?
What is Thrive TOA? Do we know?
I have no idea. I think, is that 11315, is that,
Is that in Harper's Station, Harper's Point?
could be,
Sounds like it.
315.
yep, Montgomery Road.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna have a hard time finding it.
I know Calumet is
I mean,
11581,
it's
so it's gonna be less than that.
somewhere.
It's in Harper Station.
Yeah, okay.
Painted tree?
Liquor permit.
I doubt that.
This is a new liquor permit, is that correct?
It's not new,
No,
I
it's a
mean.
renewal,
It's a renewal.
permit renewal.
Renewal, okay, I see the word now.
Yeah.
Okay. So evidently they've had one.
I don't know, it just says Thrive TOA on the application.
I'm trying to think of what else in there, Deshays, Kroger.
No, this is the other side.
Kroger.
Harper's, that's Harper's.
Harper
Point.
Station?
This is Harper Station.
Okay.
Yeah.
Chili's.
I was
You
thinking
get,
of the restaurant.
yeah, you get BW's.
Well, I was thinking of the restaurant and the strip shopping center.
Oh, Yeah, it could be.
11315?
11315.
It might be fresh time market. I'm trying to
Liquor?
think what else.
Okay. Yeah, that's in there.
Yeah, Fresh Time Market's
Oh,
back
or,
there.
I mean,
It could be anything,
it
I
could be
mean.
BW3s.
Yep.
Chili's. Chili's would be different, I'm sure.
I bet it's Fresh Market with that kind of name.
TOA. Okay.
I can look up Thrive TOA on the Secretary of State and it will
Oh.
tell us, it should give us a better idea. I can keep going with other stuff. If-
Okay.
If you want to,
Yeah.
if you want to put a pause there, I can try to find out a little more about who that is.
Okay.
Okay.
But in any event, you didn't get
We
any.
got a
I
motion.
moved to table, the issue of the request
Second.
for hearing.
Okay, roll call on the table, please.
Mr. Bryant?
Aye.
Mr. Beck?
Aye.
Ms. Lees?
Aye.
I move approval of Resolution G 2023-107, resolution adopting the Hamilton County Multi-Hazard Mitigation Plan.
Second?
Discussion? This is
Yeah.
the regular plan.
I can
Keeps getting updated.
speak to that if you want, Kim, or you can. Okay.
Fine, it's basically just
yeah.
us, we have to renew it every 5, or the county has to redo it every 5 years to be able to
Right.
get grant funding.
Yeah.
So I provided an executive summary
Yep.
and part of the packet.
Well, the thing that impressed me was the letter that basically said that you cannot apply for FEMA funds if you have a catastrophe in the township if you don't sign this.
Right.
So right away, we want to recoup any
Right.
hazard
Absolutely.
money. Yeah.
Okay. Roll call?
Mr. Beck?
Aye.
Ms. Lees?
Aye.
Mr. Bryant?
Aye.
I move approval of Resolution G2023-109. Oops,
108.
I'm sorry, I skipped. Let me start over. I move approval of Resolution G2023-108, resolution amending Resolution PR 9301, adopting rules and regulations for Symmes Township parks.
Second.
Discussion.
already talked
We
about these.
we discussed this, didn't we, in our work session?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, roll call?
Mr. Beck?
Aye.
Ms. Lees?
Aye.
Mr. Bryant?
Aye.
I move approval of Resolution G2023-109, resolution authorizing the Township Administrator to purchase turf from Forever Lawn Turf for Seven Gables Park in the amount of $52,004.24.
Second.
Discussion.
Yeah, it's part 2.
Does this
Yeah.
go down
This is-
now or
No,
not
this is
until the
phase
spring?
2, so they already have the materials sitting in the parking lot.
Right.
So this will be a half, so this is a half bill right now, and then a half bill
When they put it.
when it goes down.
Has the
Got it.
equipment been delivered yet? Because I know they were supposed to be done in November.
11/22 is the ship date.
11/22. Do we
He just
believe him?
doesn't, he's not sure how that's gonna be affected by Thanksgiving, because he said usually once it leaves the facility on 11/22, which is the day before Thanksgiving, it usually takes like 2 days, which I'm kinda thinking it's probably not gonna be here till the following Monday. But,
At least,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right, well, we'll see.
So this is the artificial turf.
Yes.
Yeah, same as what we have out
Yeah.
there now, that
And then-
shaw grass.
Are we putting grass seed down between the
Yes.
parking lot and the playground?
Yes, we will
Does
do
that
it in
happen
the
this-
spring.
We're going to wait till the spring?
Yeah, I think it's too late now.
Actually.
Plus,
what-
we can't really do it now because they're gonna be running equipment over top of where they ran it over before.
They
Okay.
cleaned up after they put the paving down, and they spread topsoil, grass seed, and straw over that. They did that last week.
Oh, they did that? Okay.
Yes.
I didn't know, no one told me, okay.
Okay.
But that's not the playground, that's the walkway.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Got it. Okay. Roll call on the sport turf.
Mr. Beck?
Aye.
Mr. Bryant?
Aye.
Ms. Lees?
Aye.
I move approval of Resolution G2023-110, resolution to initiate the process to amend sections 62.1, 66.1, 70.1, 74.1, 82.1, and 92.1 use regulations and sections 64.4, 68.4, 72.4, 76.4, 80.4, 84.4, 94, is that, oh, point 4-1, okay.
Dash one.
And 94.4-2, intensity of use for residential districts of the Symmes Township zoning resolution and dispensing with the second reading.
Second.
Discussion. This has to do with the setbacks.
Yeah.
Yes, so this is at your request to move the setbacks from 60 feet to 100 feet on those lots that could potentially house animal husbandry. So typically in our township, there's not many lots where you can get a 60-foot setback on all sides, but we do have a few. And so what we're trying to do is tighten that up so that it makes it a little bit more difficult.
So that can be, the restriction in there, is that pointed at animal husbandry only?
No, it's any, let's see, agriculture on less than 5 acres, provided any building, structures, exteriors.
Agricultural was the word.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, that's restrictive. Okay, I'm thinking about, there are a lot of panhandle lots in Symmes Township where it would be very difficult to have a 60-foot setback from anything, from property lines.
Yeah, like I said, most lots in Symmes Township, it's not practical, but we
Okay.
do have a scattering of lots that this is practical. We
Okay.
have one on Humphrey, obviously.
Okay, but this is pointed at agricultural.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so
That's all I was looking for.
Yeah.
does this like include like a chicken coop?
No, chicken
That's
coops
separate.
are excluded because they're a 20-foot setback.
Okay.
So that's already in our
So what
in our
kind of
code.
buildings are we talking about?
Any buildings, any
Hog
pole
build-
barn.
Pigsty.
hog barn.
Oh, I know what you're talking about now. Okay.
And then the other
But
part.
here's my next question. So if, say there's a pig pen now, since we're doing this now, the pig pen's already there, so it's already
Correct.
grandfathered in.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just preventing it in the future.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
And then the second part is tightening up actual creation of panhandle lots. I didn't think we allowed panhandle lots in the township, but the way our zoning code is written is that the frontage is measured at the building line and not the right-of-way line. So, and because of that, and the reason this was brought to my attention is because we just have a couple lots over here that sold on Montgomery Road. And they were able to be split into one panhandle and one regular because the building measurement, the frontage is measured at the building line and not the right-of-way. So I'm trying to tighten that gap.
If there's going to be two houses put in there, you're talking about the one closest to the road. That's where it would have been measured in the past.
What
Yes.
lot are we talking about?
So
It backs up to Montgomery Trace.
it's, yeah.
But their home's going on it?
Yeah.
Oh, so they're happy.
John,
No, they're not happy.
was it John Henry?
They're not commercial.
Well,
No, but
yeah,
they're
because
not
they didn't want-
happy at the fact that they're stacking them and now there's gonna be a house right in their backyard instead of closer to Montgomery Road.
But
That's
they
the
won't
call
have
we got.
dumpsters back there, and they're not going to be emptying the dumpsters at 4 in the morning and stuff like
True.
that. Yeah.
Right.
These are
But this will
residential,
eliminate,
not
this will
commercial.
eliminate panhandle lots.
Residential, two
Wow,
lots out
I'm
of one.
surprised there's houses going there.
It's where didn't you have a sign
Wow,
up?
that's like
Yes.
smack dab
Yeah.
in the
You
middle
know what I'm talking
of,
about?
They wanted residential.
Yeah.
huh.
Yep. So
That's
that's
what-
what we stuck with.
That's the one that, when
I'm
we were
surprised there
doing our
weren't
land use
condos.
plan, the neighbors
Like
over there
regular
scoffed
houses?
about
Yes.
it
Regular
being
houses.
commercial.
Correct.
Yeah.
So it stayed residential.
Yeah, stayed
That's what
residential.
it is.
Well,
Okay. Any other discussion?
But once again, that would be grandfathered.
Yeah, the one that's already there is already grandfathered,
Okay.
just preventing further.
Yeah, okay.
okay.
Roll call?
Mr. Beck?
Aye.
Mr. Bryant?
Aye.
Ms. Lees?
Aye.
I move approval of Resolution G 2023-111, resolution authorizing the release of funds deposited with Symmes Township in accordance with ORC Section 3929.86 and Township Resolution G 0719 and dispensing with the second reading.
Second.
Discussion.
This is a release of funds for the fire that took place on Crestfield Court. So according to our resolution, the 0719, we require that a bond be submitted to guarantee the removal of the debris. So they've removed all the debris and they have certification from the building department that the existing foundation that they left behind, they're going to be able to build on top of it.
Okay, so they are replacing it?
Yeah, they're gonna replace the house, but they're
Okay.
gonna put it on the existing foundation.
Okay, all right.
So the total amount that we've been holding is $65,760.
Yeah, it's like 20% of the insurance settlement, right?
Yeah, it's like $2,000 for each $15,000 of value.
Okay, let's get them their money. Roll call, please.
Mr. Beck?
Aye.
Ms. Lees?
Aye.
Mr. Bryant?
Aye.
Thank you. I move approval of Resolution G 2023-112, resolution authorizing a change order in the Montgomery Road Median Landscaping Project contract for River Oak Services in the amount of $865.
Second.
Discussion?
Yeah.
During construction, I guess, that was made, and I guess they made a field adjustment, Bill and the contractor made a field adjustment to add river rock on the ends of those islands. I think it was for erosion control and the fact that I guess there was multiple sign debris that had been run over many times, and so the posts were still in the ground. So they were able to remove most of the posts, but they just went ahead and put river rock on the ends.
Okay.
Did we not get a reduction in the contract when they wouldn't let us put in stones saying Symmes Township?
We did not have them bid the rock.
Okay.
The big boulders.
Because ODOT wouldn't
won't allow us to put
it.
them in.
Okay.
Do we
Okay.
have flagpoles?
Light poles?
Flag.
Oh, flag poles.
I haven't seen it yet. So, for like next year, for like a bicentennial banner. Do we have those on that? No.
I don't think that was approved.
Okay.
Yeah, we can't do
ODOT
anything
is-
over 18 inches in height.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Well, we tried.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been nice. I agree.
Very pretty there. They just don't have any taste. ODOT.
I'm sure it's because people can't stay on the road.
Well, we already found that out.
I
didn't we?
know.
What, was it 2 days after they did it?
Yep. Somebody
Took
already
out
ran
a-
over
took out
that
a
one
sign
leg.
Ran right over the river rock and
Yep.
one sign.
So. who
Okay.
pays
That's
for
because
that?
they were looking at, noticing how pretty it was.
Probably.
So is that insurance then would pay for that? That damage?
Their insurance.
Yes, their insurance, yeah. I think Bill's getting the cost on it right now, but I think he said it was close to $9,000 worth of damage.
Dang.
Yeah.
You're kidding me.
He ran over a whole median. He went down a whole entire median.
The whole thing.
The whole thing.
Did he
like
not
one of them.
notice that he was going down it?
And you'd think after he hit the sign.
Right.
Yeah, he hit the sign and then went down the whole entire one, because we have 4 medians. He went down an entire length of one median.
Wow. Huh.
Okay, roll
He
call.
must have struck.
Mr. Beck?
Aye.
Mr. Bryant?
I don't know how
Aye.
to do that. Aye. How do you even do that?
I move approval of Resolution G 2023-113, resolution authorizing a change order in the Seven Gables Trail widening and repaving project contract for J.K. Muir Corporation in the amount of $7,925.88.
Second.
Discussion.
So I guess Bill said when they were doing this project in the field, they had to make some adjustments with the amount of asphalt. So they had to add 25.18 cubic yards of asphalt, which equates to $7,925.88. And it was mainly in the, I guess, in the
it's
turns.
curves, right.
Yeah, to make it
For
ADA accessible.
That's right.
Yeah.
But
You would have thought that would have been in their bid. They knew what they had to do to make it ADA compliant.
Yeah.
That's why we surveyed it and had it engineered. They've done the work. And it looks nice.
roll call.
Mr. Beck?
Aye.
Ms. Lees?
Aye.
Mr. Bryant?
Aye, with reservations.
Okay.
Okay.
I'd just like it noted that that should have been in their original bid.
Well, they probably followed a drawing, I would think.
Okay?
I don't know. There is a gap somewhere. I move approval of the following expenditures and authorization for the township administrator to sign any necessary contracts, agreement, or paperwork. A, expenditures $2,276.10 Joe Grossi health insurance reimbursement. B, expenditures $6,538 exercise leisure equipment company to purchase exercise equipment for the fire station. C, expenditures $5,700 Haddock's Tree Service, Inc. to do tree trimming on Munson Drive. D, change the following appropriations. The Streets Levy, Fund Number 2194-330-190-0000, increase $3,000 for a total of $153,000. Next, Road and Bridge Fund, Fund Number 2031-330-211-0000, increase $5,000 for a total of $22,000. Fund name Road Bridge, Fund Number 2031-330-221-0000, increase $9,081 for a total of $52,660. Fund for Parks, Fund Number 2171-610-190-0000, increase $51,000 for a total of $311,000. Park Fund number 2171-610-211-0000, increase $2,000 for a total of $39,000. And finally, Parks Fund number 2171-610-213-0000, increase $500 for a total of $4,000. Do I have a second? Do I have a second?
Second.
Discussion.
Yeah. The item B, the Exercise Leisure Equipment Company, that was to come out of opioid settlement money?
Yeah, he wants to use the opioid settlement funds.
I thought they were going to use that for increased counseling and so on.
Well, they also got a grant for increased counseling.
Okay, all right. So they
Like
want to spend it, they want to
$250.
spend it somewhere else. Right?
Yeah.
Any other discussion? Okay, roll call, please.
Mr. Beck?
Aye.
Ms. Lees?
Aye.
Mr. Bryant?
All right.
And Jeff, back to you.
Okay. Well, this is interesting. When you look at the notice we got, it does show that this is a new, it describes it as a
Oh,
new
it is
liquor
new.
permit. But when
Okay.
you look up this permit number, it was an existing permit number, and it looks, and I don't know why.
Was it transferred in?
No, it was still Thrive TOA, and on November 1st of this year, it was canceled. And I don't know why from looking at this. It may have been because they didn't pay their fee, and it was canceled, and now they're making them reapply as a new permit. I can't really tell.
So what should we do in this?
And I
Table
also
it?
can't tell exactly which business it is within there. What I can tell you is the only thing that that's before you tonight is whether you want to request a hearing or not. And I mean, the truth is, we have no information from law enforcement that there have been any issues anywhere in that vicinity.
Right.
And without that, there's really no basis to request a hearing to challenge that anyway. So really, the only thing you're doing is deciding whether you want a hearing or not. And based on what I can tell, there would be no basis for a hearing anyway.
So we could approve it, but if the state canceled and make them go through the application again,
That's all
our
approved.
approval would already be on paper, right?
We're not
We're not approving.
You're not approving anything.
We're
You're just
saying no
saying
hearing.
We're just deciding
No
whether or
hearing.
not.
If you want a
He wants
hearing
a
or
hearing
not.
or
So
not.
We don't want to hear.
I would suggest, you don't want a hearing on this. You could probably act on it just like you would any other one. This
Okay.
just seems to be a,
Okay.
We just don't typically have issues here
Right.
with liquor
Right.
permits,
Right.
so.
And yeah, sometimes they have to transfer some in because we're saturated.
Right.
right, and it does not appear to be what this is. This was already in existence. It's the same permit number, same permit owner, same address, everything. I'm just not sure why this is happening the way it is.
Okay.
So we have a motion and a second.
You did.
With,
And if there's any other discussion, if not, you can take roll call.
okay, let's do roll call, please.
Mr. Beck?
Aye.
Mr. Bryant?
Aye.
Ms. Lees?
Aye.
And with that, I move we go into executive session per ORC section 121-22G1 to consider the compensation and employment of a public employee or official.
Second.
Roll call?
Mr. Beck?
Aye.
Ms. Lees?
Aye.
Mr. Bryant?
Aye. Aye, aye.
All right.
Trouble.